fuck? Sorry about that. Apparently, Periscope eats a dick, of course, as usual. Periscope sucks, as we all know. I've had my issues with Periscope forever, which is honestly one of the reasons why the shows, the Periscope shows. So, it's choppy. Sorry about it. I'll put up the video on YouTube and whatever, and it looks pretty shitty right now. So, yeah, apologize ahead of time. Anyway, so what I was saying is so I was watching Rogan, and Rogan said he was told that Ariel Helwani, you know, here's the thing, the UFC's looking for a mole, right? The UFC believes there's a mole in their organization, and so they basically went out of their way to try to prove it. Fucking shit, hold up. Alright. So alright, well fuck it, this thing just broke off. Alright. So UFC's just trying to find a way to prove it, right? And so apparently they didn't tell everybody about UFC 200. Apparently Rogan didn't know, Dave Scholler, who's vice president of public relations, didn't know. A bunch of people within the UFC did not know about Brock Lesnar coming back. Only a selected few knew, right? Which means, and they all signed, supposedly according to Rogan, they all signed non-disclosure agreements. Okay, that means if you tell, you can be sued up the asshole, right? So you don't take shit. You sign that, you shut the fuck up. Somehow, Ariel Helwani still found out about it, right? When only a few people know, and Brock. Somehow Helwani still found out about it. So the UFC immediately gets pissed off, starts wondering about a mole, whatever. So they only told a few people. Now, according to what Rogan said, he was told. So this is super hearsay, so of course we can't take it at 100% truth. But Rogan's not a guy that I don't think that lies too damn much, or is too much full of shit, just sometimes. But he said he was told that Helwani was told that if he, you know, to sit on it, because if he didn't, that a few people, the people that knew, you know, were going to be suspected of being the mole, and they were all going to get fired. So he's going to ruin people's lives, right? Because if you get fired from a job like that, and then you're going to have that, you know, they're going to find out why you got fired from a UFC, and if they find out it's because you're a mole, or because you got fired because they were looking for a mole, that's going to follow you the rest of your career, especially in PR. PR is one of those things where you know, confidentiality is huge, right? So, anyway, so according to Rogan, Ariel's told if you tell, you know, if you put this out there, you release it, whatever, these people are going to get fired. And Helwani does it anyway. Now, this happens a lot in journalism, okay? But here's where I have a problem with it. It seems to me like Helwani, one, didn't give a fuck, and two, you know, it's almost like he wanted everyone looking at him like, oh look, Helwani's the one that broke it. Helwani broke it. He knew better. Because if you remember, right after he got fired from Fox, okay, he started breaking every story before the UFC could announce it. Like everything, fight matchups, injuries, all that shit. He started breaking it left and right, and people started celebrating him for it. Like, yeah, he's getting back at the UFC and at Fox for screwing him over. You know, even I was kind of like, well, hey, do your shit, dude. I don't give a fuck, you know. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of, you know, funny to me. But Ariel's a real journalist. I wouldn't say journalist. I think I stepped over the line a little bit when I said that shit the other day. I think I was just pissed off about the UFC banning a media member. Anyway, so he, that's funny. So he releases it anyway, regardless of what the consequences were going to be. Even though in just a couple hours the UFC was going to release it anyway and no one was going to get fired. Instead, Helwani became incredibly, Helwani did it with the selfish thing. Now keep in mind, again, this is if what Rogan said is completely accurate, or it's completely accurate, okay? So, you know, Ariel tweets it out, he writes an article, posts it. All right, whatever. He did it, to me it seems like he did it just to get the spotlight on himself. And that's what bothers me, because the entire 2-hour broadcast of him crying and shit, it was just him saying, oh, I don't want to be the story, I don't want to be the story, but yet making himself the story. You know what I mean? And to me, it's pretty fucking cowardly, you know, when told of the consequences of your actions, that you still go through with it. You know what I mean? Now again, you know, if you have news, you know, yeah, go ahead and break it, but you gotta think about the consequences of your actions. In journalism, people have gotten fired before. You know what I mean? For participating in a story. For example, I've seen people when I was working still in a newspaper. I saw, you know, people put stories out that got other people fired. Good people that weren't doing anything wrong. but because they spoke to them and gave them information, they got fired. Okay, now that comes, that comes with the risk of giving out information. Okay, but to me, it just definitely looked like, he knew what was gonna happen. He still fucking did it. That's a fucking douche move. I mean, you have a chance to be, to be a good person and not fucking screw people over, and you didn't do it. You didn't go after it. You didn't protect anybody. You went ahead and just said, "Oh, fuck them. I want to be the one that broke the Brock News. Fuck them. I don't care." And you're gonna fucking get people fired. Now, there's no word of whether or not people got fired or not, or it was just something the UFC told Ariel to try to to convince him to not release it. Now we know Ariel doesn't give a fuck. He did it anyway. But it's I don't know. It just, to me, it speaks a lot to the character of Helwani. There's a reason a lot of fighters don't like him, okay? Overall, he seems like a nice guy, but there's a reason that a lot of fighters really don't like him. There's a reason that a lot of people don't trust him. And it's because he's a certain way, and they realize it. People know. So, it's a weird story. I definitely encourage you to go to the last Rogan podcast, which is Dave Smith, I want to say. I forgot his name. He's been on there before. He's actually a big MMA fan. He knows a lot of shit about MMA. Stop lying. You trust me. I trust Sean. I don't trust Ariel. So, yeah. But yeah, he, if you want to go to the last one, go to 1 hour and 26 minutes. That's right before he started. I believe 1 hour and 27 is when it starts talking about Ariel. But go to 1 hour and 26 so you can get the entire thing, and you can see what Rogan said, and then you tell me what you think. Okay. Of course, I tweeted that out, and I tweeted the video and exactly where to go, and people started going, "Well, Rogan's he's a UFC shill. He's a tool that works with UFC." Look, I get it. Personal opinions. It's it is what it is. You could definitely put that onto how I speak about Ariel. So, it's personal feelings. You don't like him as a person. I don't like how he does, the kind of shit he does. He did say he wants to be known as the best ever to do this, and that's a good goal. But let's not pretend that you're, this nice guy. If you want to be the best ever, let's look at people that are the best ever of anything. You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking it's more about him than the actual story. I agree. Was Rogan high? When is he not? But other than when he's broadcasting on when he's calling the fights, he's allegedly not high. But other people will argue that to death. Right? It seems like Ariel wants to be the story, right? He wants to be known as the best ever. Let's look at the best ever in anything. Michael Jordan, best ever. Douche, super douche, still a super douche, right? Just an asshole. You gotta be fucking, you gotta have that killer instinct to be, the best ever in anything. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm saying is look, if Helwani wants to do that, and he wants to be the best ever, and he doesn't mind screwing over people, to do it, hey, all power to you. Go for it. Realize that karma's gonna get you in the ass though. It's gonna, what goes around comes around, and don't cry like a little bitch when the UFC takes away your press pass, you fuck. That's what pissed me off. You know what I mean? You potentially got fired. And again, this is if what Rogan was told by the UFC, by people that he knows that he trusts in the UFC, and he knows and is friends with, are honest, and we're being honest. Podcast high, commentates high, even rolls with Eddie Bravo high. Look, man, jiu-jitsu high, it's the best shit ever. All right, I've done it. It's awesome. I still got tapped because I'm a white belt and I still roll with blue, brown, and black belts like an idiot. Although iron sharpens iron, so that's how you get good. Okay, tell your kids. Except for the high thing, don't tell them that yet. They'll figure that out themselves. So yeah, it's at that point where he is the story. He's the story. You know what I mean? And so he can bitch about, I wish people were talking about Michael Bisping. No, you don't. You're making yourself a story right now. You're crying for 2 hours on a stream, trying to tell people, I was like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, motherfucker. It's your fault. High off pot or high off cooch? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a good question. Sometimes both. Sometimes I go with both. But, sex before working out will fuck you up. I know that shit. All right. Anyway, yeah, I mean, look, people just need to stop being fake. The reason I hated John Jones, and I don't anymore, is because he finally embraced who he is, who we know he is, a super asshole. You know what I mean? Calling, Daniel Cormier a bunch of names and shit. Finally! Respectfully. No, respectfully, bitch. Just be a fucking asshole. It was all of us and E. Casey Layden that got the ass into this. Yeah, so Esther Lynn, who I completely agree with. Anyone that says she's the best photographer in MMA, 1000% behind you. Her pictures are amazing. Those in focus that she does for events, holy shit. She has such a good eye for photography. And I have a friend that still works at a paper in back where I was at, and he does amazing work. And you can just tell who has a photographer's eye. She has a photographer's eye. She's so good at what she does. And her fiance, Casey, who's a videographer, is really good at what he does too. You know what I mean? So they get screwed out of the whole thing. So the whole thing's a mess, and you know, Ariel knew that he was going to be the only one putting out the story. He knew the UFC wasn't going to go out and just spill all the beans of exactly what they said, this and that and all the other. And so Ariel knew and went on and basically beat the UFC to the punch so they can get all this public outcry. Ariel knew what he was doing, okay? He knew what he was doing. He was making an outcry to people to piss off the UFC. You saw it in his fucking face when he went on SportsCenter late last night to be like, yeah, I'm back. I'm glad cooler heads, whatever. And I'm just like, motherfucker, like, how fake are you? You know what I mean? Like, you can't be fake, dude. Like, you're a journalist. You're supposed to tell the truth about stuff down the middle and all that shit. And you're supposed to be honest. How are you going to be fake? It's bullshit. But this is the way journalism, or the way, competitive journalism works. You got to be a fucking douche sometimes. In fact, most of the time. I just wish, if Ariel was an asshole at all times and he was honest about it, I wouldn't hate him at all. I'd be like, yeah, it's a dipshit, but you know, he's a prick. What are you gonna do? At least he admits it. John Jones finally admits he's a dick. I don't hate John Jones. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate Conor McGregor either. You know what I mean? He's at least honest about what he says. He's honest about how he feels. Sometimes he sounds like, you know, everything sounds scripted and full of shit. You know what I mean? But at least he's honest about you know, what he does. The UFC still posts some stupid shit. I agree. The UFC handled it the wrong way. Completely the wrong way. You know, and that's where the first mistake was, the UFC handling it the wrong fucking way. You know what I mean? And then, you know, Helwani doing what he does with the fucking, you know, 2-hour show and all this shit. It's like, dude, come on, man. You don't need to do any of that. You need to just, you know, chill the fuck out. I'm sure had he not done that 2 hours, somehow SB Nation would have gotten hold of the UFC and talked to him about it and convinced him not to do with, you know, not to ban him. But again, you put out a story that you're told, you know, it's just, it's so lack of giving a fuck that I hate that he pretends to be such a nice guy. I really do. So, I got more to say on that for sure. Not too much, but I actually got to go. My nephew's actually staring at me, yelling at me right now, so I got to go. You guys all have a wonderful day, wonderful afternoon, wonderful night, depending where you are on the planet. Thanks for watching. I'll put these up on YouTube soon. I have jiu-jitsu today. It's no-gi day, so that usually means it's going to be hard. Has anyone even bothered to mention how fucking good Bisping Destruction of Rockhold is? No, and that's my problem. That's my problem. Because Helwani goes, oh, everyone should be talking about Bisping, and everyone's talking about him because he made himself a story. Okay? But on that point, god damn! Okay? First of all, Rockhold got cocky as fuck. But, hey man, pillow fists? You cannot say Bisping has pillow fists anymore. Alright? That first left hand that put Rockhold on Queer Street, and then the second one to put him down, and then the two that he landed on the ground, there was some hate in those bombs. I haven't seen any punches that hateful since Hendo knocked out Bisping. There was some anger behind those punches. All right, I've been a Bisping fan forever. I didn't think at all that he was gonna win this fight, but I gotta give that man credit. 10 years in UFC, begging to fight for a title, begging to fight Anderson Silva, begging to fight the best. Finally gets a shot. 2 weeks notice, gets it done. Much respect to Michael Bisping, for sure. All right, much respect to Michael Bisping. And homeboy did it, man. So Andy, you should be proud. Even if you don't like him, I know you're proud as fuck to get an Englishman to be a champ. It's about damn time, because I know you can't hang your head on Tyson Fury. You just can't. So, all right, fellas, for real, I gotta go. I'm getting yelled at now. I got jiu-jitsu tonight. It's no-gi night, so it's usually a pretty damn rough night. So hopefully I'll be able to do a show tonight. If not, Fury can fuck off. I'm with you on that one. But if I can't do a show tonight, I'm gonna try and do one sometime this week. Working on Keyboard Warriors, working on scheduling some time for other shows. I'll hit you up, Jesse, if you're still on here. I'll hit you up later. We gotta do some things, hopefully. What an emotional, or what a fucking, not emotional, but what a fucking crazy week. Muhammad Ali, Kimbo Slice, Ariel's a fuck all. Michael Bisping's a bad motherfucker. All right, later, Andy. Have a good one. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.